Brought to you by Penguin.
Redhead by the Side of the Road by Anne Tyler. Read for you by Macleod Andrews. Chapter 1. You have to wonder what goes through the mind of a man like Micah Mortimer. He lives alone. He keeps to himself. His routine is etched in stone. At 7:15 every morning you see him set out on his run. Along about 10 or 10:30 he slaps the magnetic TECH HERMIT sign onto the roof of his Kia. The times he leaves on his calls will vary, but not a day seems to go by without several clients requiring his services. Afternoons he can be spotted working around the apartment building. He moonlights as the super. He'll be sweeping the walk or shaking out the mat or conferring with a plumber. Monday nights, before trash day, he hauls the garbage bins to the alley. Wednesday nights, the recycling bins. At 10 p.m. or so, the 3 squinty windows behind the foundation plantings go dark. His apartment is in the basement. It is probably not very cheery. He's a tall, bony man in his early 40s, with not-so-good posture, head lunging slightly forward, shoulders slightly hunched, jet black hair, but when he neglects to shave for a day, his whiskers have started coming in gray. Blue eyes, heavy eyebrows, hollows in his cheeks. A clamped-looking mouth. Unvarying outfit of jeans and a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, depending on the season, with a partially erased-looking brown leather jacket when it's really cold. Scuffed brown round-toed shoes that seem humble, like a schoolboy's shoes. Even his running shoes are plain old dirty white sneakers, none of the fluorescent stripes and gel-filled soles and such that most runners favor, and his shorts are knee-length denim cut-offs. He has a girlfriend, but they seem to lead fairly separate lives. You see her heading toward his back door now and then with a sack of takeout. You see them setting forth on a weekend morning in the Kia, minus the TECH HERMIT sign. He doesn't appear to have male friends. He is cordial to the tenants, but no more than that. They call out a greeting when they meet up with him, and he nods amiably and raises a hand, often not troubling to speak. Nobody knows if he has family. The apartment building's in Govans, a small 3-story brick cube east of York Road in North Baltimore, with a lake trout joint on the right and a used clothing store on the left. Tiny parking lot out back, tiny plot of grass in front, an incongruous front porch, just a concrete slab stoop, really, with a splintery wooden porch swing that nobody ever sits in, and a vertical row of doorbells next to the dingy white door. Does he ever stop to consider his life? The meaning of it? The point? Does it trouble him to think that he will probably spend his next 30 or 40 years this way? Nobody knows. And it's almost certain nobody's ever asked him. On a Monday, toward the end of October, he was still eating breakfast when his first call came in. Usually his morning went a run, a shower, then breakfast, and then a little tidying up. He hated it when something interrupted the normal progression. He pulled his phone from his pocket and checked the screen. Emily Prescott. An old lady. He had dealt with her often enough that her name was in his directory. Old ladies had the easiest problems to fix, but the greatest number of fractious questions. They always wanted to know why. How come this happened, they would ask. Last night, when I went to bed, my computer was just fine, and this morning it's all kerblooey. But I didn't do a thing to it. I was sound asleep. Yeah, well, never mind. Now I've got it fixed, he would say. But why did it need fixing? What made it go wrong? That's not the kind of question you want to ask about a computer. Why not? On the other hand, old ladies were his bread and butter. Plus, this one lived nearby in Homeland. He pressed talk and said, "TECH HERMIT."
Mr. Mortimer?
Yo.
It's Emily Prescott. Remember me? I have a dire emergency.
What's up?
Why, I can't seem to get my computer to go anywhere at all.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?